What is going on, everyone? My name is Boyk and I'm back with some more Age Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color. Playing as Odin, his name is 15F1111. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Odin, is SafeFromDeath. We have a little Odin war here. Like to see that. Very exciting indeed. The Great Hunt's going down onto the boar, getting all of those goats. Absolutely gigantic. And I'm assuming we're going to see a very similar thing from SafeFromDeath as well. If you're unaware, this is a best of 3 for the for DOD's Kilties. He gets super unlucky there. Too many goats, I think. But this is a best of 3 for DOD Kilties Smurf tournament. So everybody signs up to the tournament under a Smurf name, and nothing gets revealed if you don't want it to be revealed, or if you do, then everybody knows. Otherwise, you can fly under the radar. So if you go out first round, everyone just assumes you're some random 1600, but for all you know, it could have been Magic that got knocked out. So, but these are the semi-finals, I believe, between SafeFromDeath and 15F1111. I'm going to have to find a different way to say that, but that seems funny at the time being. If we could talk about the Great Hunt mechanic. So you get 750 total food. So if you have 4 goat here, technically it should give you the boar as well. Maybe he had more than that. How many does he need? I can't do mental math. We already know that, so I'm not even going to try. But if his goat exceeded, 450 in food, could have potentially stopped this boar from being multiplied. Whereas 15F, we can just call him 15F, got his extra boar there. So he gets a bunch of goat, 14 goat to 16 goat. So SafeFromDeath, just a little bit in there as well. And we are going for now. We've got the villagers on. There's a lot of villagers on gold super early. I think that's just to allow them to get out the extra dwarves, because maybe you want to get out 5 dwarves in the classical age and only have 3 villagers on wood. But it's a bit bizarre. I haven't really seen this before, but he's shorted himself an ox cart, which he's going to get by the end of the Snowy Pine. So you should be totally fine. Very interesting build order here from SafeFromDeath. And it's looking like 15F is doing a similar thing, but with less villagers on the gold mine early. So a little bit less dwarves. Actually, no, he's got 2 villagers on the wood. But that's that. And then we bring in the gatherers away from our gold mine as well. Oh, we got a forward temple from 15F. I love this. I think Heimdall rushing in Odin Wars, especially with forward gold mines, 15F must be going to be very fortunate to figure this gold mine out. But there's back caribou for SafeFromDeath. So so long as he doesn't get pushed off this gold mine instantaneously, he's going to be totally fine here. So we'll see if that happens. But we are seeing Freya and we are seeing Heimdall. And 15F's got not only this, but 15F's also going to be late to the classical age. And because Freya's the god of choice for SafeFromDeath, he gets that free Valkyrie. And there's a forward caribou hatch here for 15F, which means SafeFromDeath can send that Valkyrie in there and do a lot of economic damage early. So this Heimdall rush is going to kind of become difficult to manage, I should say, once Einherjar come out. Once you get to Einherjar, we see the Raven spots the food in the back, and he's going to be disappointed to see that. But the temples now are producing her, so we see SafeFromDeath gets his longhouse up. He's got his Valkyrie up. The walls are covering the gold mine, really nice. But Undermine will be able to take out all of this, and SafeFromDeath should be able to do a lot of damage. You do see the instant of the forest fire picks off 2 villagers. absolutely gigantic. 15F, no reaction time. There's buying his ox cart straight away, and that's gigantic there for Safe from Death. Absolutely, you can't get a better Forest 5 than that. And now we're seeing the Valkyrie come into his home base, and this is the big issue with Heimdall rushing, is that you don't have anything to deal with this Valkyrie, and we do see it's running into the town centers, which is not what you want to be doing. Going to be taking a lot of damage, almost losing a goat though. And now the Hursa comes back to the hunt, so he's able to defend against this Valkyrie raid, and we are seeing Safe from Death moving out here. The Hursa are on top of his Einhyar, and his army was not attacking while the Horn was built, so the big advantage there for that Einhyar is lost instantaneously, and Safe from Death is going to completely run over this location here just because he advanced to classical age 5-10 seconds faster than 15F here. And 15F is going to have to get out of here. He's spamming out Ulfsark. Throwing Axemen are also coming out as well, which means that the Ulfsark Hursa army is going to be accounted very, very heavily. And now we've got the hunt almost running out as well. But that's not going to matter that much. House is going down, which is going to make 15F get pop blocked. And you can see he's probably on 99% somewhere. Actually, he's not even building Ulfsark anymore. Still building villagers, sending them over onto the gold mines. Got a bunch of dwarves on the wood over there as well. That's not what you want to see. But Hursa pops out, not popping out in the right spot. You want to kind of garrison if you're not fighting and pop him out as he comes in. But now, Safe from Death has got a beautiful concave here, but he gives up on it. Trying to move, he's going to move back a little bit and then see if he can get a couple more free hits onto that back Hursa and pick him off, which he does manage to do. House coming down now for Safe from Death as he is supply blocked, and Ulfsark getting spammed out, but Safe from Death just does not have resources at the moment to be doing this very well. We do see more throwing axes are coming as well. Valkyrie returning, but with only 89 HP, it's not going to be that much of an issue. And the Hursa in the back is potentially brought back to the front or died or something. I don't know what happened there. But here we go. We've got the units moving forward. Be picking off these houses yet again. If we check out 15F's population, it's 51 pop to 55, so it's pretty even on the supply here. Just need to get that Hursa to take down the Valkyrie, which he is doing, so it's not going to do all too much damage to him. The throwing axemen are going to be hurting a little bit, and a couple of throwing axemen in the back. We've got a beautiful longhouse forward here, going to be continuously pumping units into this forward base of 15F, but it's looking like there's a little bit too many Hursa here for 15F, and Safe from Death going to have to retreat yet again. But now we're going to start seeing Einhyar start popping out for 15F if he can get that gold income up. Oxcart's a little bit out of position though, meaning he's going to get a little bit less wood than he otherwise would, whereas Safe from Death's Oxcart is beautiful there, so he's gathering resources just a little bit faster. And that micro from the throwing axeman, really, really nice, targeting down those throwing axemen first instead of going after the Hursa, who does not do that much damage. Nice micro from the Hursa, dodging the arrow fire there, or the axe fire there, I should say. And that is all of the army of 15F completely destroyed there. And a huge problem for 15F right now is going to be he's got no buildings back at home. All of these buildings are going to die, and he's probably got not that much wood to utilize. So 15F's going to have to rebuild in his base and play on the defensive. He does have goat, but he's going to be out of this gold mine really, really soon. With only 900 gold left in there. He's trying to garrison, but there's the tap out. 15F decides, nah, can't come back from this one. It's too much. The axeman from the throwing axeman from Safe from Death just came out a little bit too clutch against the Ulfsark spam there. You got to be super careful not to overcommit on those Ulfsark early. You want to be building out throwing axemen and Einhyar against Odin in this Heimdall rush. You start off with a couple of Ulfsark to get yourself going because they need to help you build your buildings and your houses and everything. And then you just go, all right, once the hunt's gone, you just got to switch on over into those throwing axemen and get going. Also noticing that the buildings weren't queuing units for quite a while. Losing houses is absolutely devastating in Norse wars because you just don't have the time to build them up. So you have to put those houses at the back of your forward base so that they have to run forward. And we can notice there was houses at the front from 15F, so he needs to needed to chuck them at the back, otherwise it's really easy for him to lose those. And the next big thing here is this Heimdall rush. It's not really a immediate rush. You need to get damage dealt with to get favor in order to get Einherjar. And once you get the Einherjar, that's when you can push in. If you don't have Einherjar, you're losing against Freya every single time. Unless you go like 4 minutes and then you 4-minute advance time and start pumping Ulfsark right at your opponent, then maybe you can go for this strategy a little bit harder, but it looks like not the case here for 15F, and it's just caused him the game there. Really nice defense there from SafeFromDeath. Move on to game number 2 really shortly. Thanks for hanging out with me and get that one going really soon.